Seems so cloudy. Hello, YouTube sphere. About to get started in just a second. I gotta get a light. Excuse me. My sinuses, boy. Who's pollen, baby? All right, here we go. I had to start off with a smile and some tea today. Not some tea. Tea is all messy people like, but some real tea. It's been a lot of tea going on, but I got some tea on real estate today. It's Real Estate Tuesday. Welcome, 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 everyone. I'm glad to be here. It's a great night to have a great night, or it's a great day to have a great day, or wherever it is that you are watching this from. And I am thrilled to have you with me. My name is Toria Howard, and I am an educator. I'm an educator of real estate and financial literacy, but I also teach the baby Sue. I teach eighth grade as well. But because my passion is education, so I'm here to educate you, first-time homebuyers, on the buying process, and just talking about really just changing your mindset and how to think about buying. So I know there's a lot of things going on in this world, a lot of things going on. People telling you not to buy, it's not the wrong time to buy, the interest rates, all this erroneous information. Excuse me. But you have to be able to block out all the noise. If it's something that you want, go get it. Because the thing is, you're already paying a mortgage, you're just paying somebody else's. That's the thing. So why not build equity for you and your family? Why not do what the rich people do, which is purchase real estate? That's what they do. And start with your primary home, right? I bought my first home in 2010. Okay. I was a homeowner for 9 years, but because of my financial illiteracy, I did not take care of that home properly. And because I didn't have a financial plan. So I am showing people how to have a financial plan. And I was a homeowner for 9 years for you not to make the same, learn the same lessons that I had to learn during that process. So I had bought a home in 2010 for 150,000, and I did not have an emergency fund. Hey, AY, I did not have an emergency fund. I did not have, any maintenance set aside or whatever. I let the house kind of fall down. A lot of things were in, turmoil, relationship, all these different things was going on. So mortgage got behind and everything. So I had to sell my house at a short sale, unfortunately. And what a short sale is basically is you don't get any money out the deal. Everybody else that you owe get the money. So that's the part that I made the mistake, because I should have just stayed in my house, because 2019 I moved out. 2020 the pandemic happened. 2021 my house jumped double. Excuse me, it was worth double than what I bought it in 2 years after leaving. So, knowing I didn't know real estate like that back then. So, knowing how real estate works now, keep your home as much as you can, especially if you're in a growing area. I was in an area where the appreciation was at 3% a year. And it's good to have 1 to 5% appreciation every single year. If you're in a neighborhood that's doing appreciation every single year and it's going up in value, keep the house. So it's going to continue to acquire. It's going, at this point, it's almost 400,000, and I paid 150,000 for it in a 12-year span. So 15-year span. So well, it's a 12-year span then, but now it's almost worth 400,000. So it appreciates, especially if you're in a good neighborhood. And I bought right. I just was thinking wrong. My mindset was wrong. So I'm here to help you change that mindset with this tea, of course, today, because my sinuses is acting crazy. So let's talk about it. So drop a one in the comments if you are new to my live. Drop a two if you have been here before, and drop a three if you are a frequent flyer with me, and I appreciate it. So let's get it going, right? So, as they say, renting is more expensive than you think. And I know different circumstances work for different people. If you are a person who travel a lot, you can't really settle, but still selling real, buying real estate could help you. If you were, it all depends on your situation, but in a simple situation where you're going to stay put in the city, renting is more expensive than buying. So if you're paying $1,200 a month in rent, that's $14,400 a year, and none of that builds equity. None of it. So compared to a $150,000 home with a mortgage around $1,000, that's 200 plus in savings per month, plus tax benefits and equity growth. That's the difference. Yes, you get a tax benefit for owning a home. So even though renting might be convenient, and then rent is continuously going up, your mortgage goes down. So once your mortgage goes down, your value goes up, your equity goes up. So that is the value in buying. So another thing, the second point that I wanted to make is down payment assistance programs can cover most of your costs. A lot of people are leaving a lot of money on the table right now. Detroit's $25,000 home buyer assistance is closed right now, but Michigan still has 25,000 that they're giving out, but they only have it for a limited amount of people. And I should say a limited amount of time. We only have a limited amount of funds. If their funds are not used, they send it back to the government. So we don't want that. But they still have Michigan, which is 10,000. And there's other programs out there in your local city, state, county that can help you purchase a home. You have programs like NACA. You have a program at Prime Home One Lending, a Black-owned, woman-owned bank out of Texas. She is helping people with down payment assistance and closing cost assistance, right? With a 600 credit score minimum, a 56 DTI, which is debt to income ratio, which is high, usually is only 43%, and 2 years of steady income. That's all you need. And you get the down payment assistance. So it's a lot of money out there. Many states, especially Michigan, offers assistance. Like I said, up to 25, 10,000 or more. So, for example, I had a client who bought a $140,000 home. After the down payment assistance, uh, the only out of pocket she had was $1,000, thanks to these programs. But the $1,000 came from paying for you got to pay for your inspection and your appraisal. That's not covered under down payment assistance. But that's nothing compared to having 5% down, 20% down, 3.5% down that you have to have, for a home. She paid $1,000. Sometimes you have programs that even eliminate that and you get money back at the closing table. But you just have to get with the right program. Even Section 8 programs are helping people with these assistance as well. If you are on Section 8, they have their own first-time home buyer program where you can use your voucher to help you purchase a home. So it's so many things out there. So most of these programs, you need to have a 620 credit score or better. I had another client who did the Bank of America program, and she had to show that she had 3 months of her mortgage saved. Excuse me. In her savings account in order to get the program, and they pay for her down payment and her closing costs. So there's so many different situations, and you want to have that 3 months of your mortgage saved anyway. So to have an nest egg, and it shows the lender that you are a great person to invest in because they're invested in you to pay this mortgage. So, like I said, just one program I know of is the 600. A lot of these programs, you just have to have a 620. You don't have to have perfect credit to purchase a home, especially your first home. The mortgage can help you with your credit because it gives you an installment loan, which helps with uh, your your payment history and your mix of credit. Your payment history is 35%, and your mix of credit is like 15. So you're getting a big chunk of that on there with the mortgage. So that's helping you as well. So you get into that first home, you start a home. Don't have to stay there for long. Just start a home. Start somewhere with the 620 or 600. Use the mortgage to help build your credit to that 700. Then you'll get a better interest rate when you're ready to buy your first home. Use that first home, your next home. So use that first home to help you buy that next home. You can sell it. I would keep it as rental income if you don't want to be a landlord. You don't have to do that, but it's something that you can do to help you pay your mortgage with for your next home. Maybe it'd be that 5 bedroom mansion. You just never know. So the third point is you don't need 20% down to purchase a home. You don't. FHA loans require as little as 3.5% down, but there's assistance. So you might not even pay that if you are a first time home. And when I say first time home buyer, you just haven't had an FHA loan or have bought a home within 2 to 3 years, depending on the program. So as long as you have not bought a home within 2 to 3 years and are under a FHA loan, you can use a lot of these programs even if you own a home. So that's just not for first time home buyers. Let me say that. So for example, on a $120,000 house, excuse me, that's just $4,200. With assistance, you may not have to pay any of that. So you have to just pay for your inspection and your appraisal, and that's it. So that's somebody's tax return that you got this year. That is something that you can maybe, save. But like I said, if you get with the right programs, you won't have to come with that. If you are, on Section 8, they're helping you. If you are a first-time home buyer, there's assistance out there. So you won't even have to come with that. You just have to, pay for your inspection and your appraisal. So the fourth point is your rent payment could qualify you for a mortgage. How is that? Right? If you have been paying rent on time for 12 months, lenders view that as favorable. Also, if you need a boost in your credit, you can use places like Rental Karma, which I have a discount code for, I'm affiliated with. And you can take that and use that to boost your credit. Say for instance, if you had a 560 and you've been paying your rent on time, you can use services like Rental Karma that will put your rent as an installment loan, which will help your credit history and also your mix of credit and boost your credit score between 30 to 100 points. Excuse me, depending on, your circumstances and, how long you've been in that apartment or that house or whatever. So that's another way that you can boost your credit score by using your rent. It's using you, why not use it? But lenders see it as favorable, especially if you've been paying it on time. So if you can afford $1,200 a month in rent, you may already qualify for a similar mortgage payment. But you might want to take lesser than that. It's up to you. Excuse me. Just because you are qualified for $1,800 mortgage, that might be a stretch. You might just want a $1,500 mortgage. You don't have to take the max because they're going to max you out and you have the decision to make. You can max it out or you take less. So for instance, I was approved for 160,000 when I bought my house, but I bought a house for 150,000. So that saved me, a few $100s on my mortgage. My mortgage was 1,200 with 150,000. Excuse me, my allergies, y'all. Ooh. But anyway, so my fifth point is homeownership is a financial strategy, not just a dream. You have to have a strategy. Hey, Nysa. So have a strategy. It's a dream, but turn that into a strategy, right? So long-term view, homes appreciate, like I was telling you at the beginning. You're building generational wealth every time you pay your mortgage instead of rent. And every time you pay your mortgage, your equity goes up. Every year, your appreciation, if you bought right, you bought in a neighborhood where the appreciation is going up. So your equity is going up, mortgage is going down, appreciation is going up. So your value of your home is going up. So you can, excuse me, you can use that as a generational wealth magnet. Your own home can help you build wealth. And that's what you're looking to do. You want to make sure that you're doing these things that not just help you right now, but teach your loved ones, your children, your cousins, your uncle, whoever is in your family, how to build generational wealth through home ownership. And by purchasing your first home, maybe you're the first person to ever buy a home in your family. Like the first person to go to college, you're the first person to purchase a home. Do those things for your family. Be an example, regardless of what they think. Don't let nobody talk you out of it. Get with the right team, get the right education, get with a real estate agent who is knowledgeable about the market like myself, and also financial literacy like myself, because I can show you, regardless of where you live, how to get your finances in order, how to get your mindset in order, how to set your goals, what to look for when you're looking for a realtor, what you're looking for when you're looking for a mortgage lender. And I have that in my ebook, Journey to Your Castle. So if you're ready to stop paying someone else's mortgage and grab my ebook, Journey to Your Castle, I break down these exact principles, programs, and strategies in detail in my ebook. It is at a nominal price. The link is in my bio. It's also linked to this live on Facebook. It is also going to be in the description section of my YouTube channel. So make sure that you are grabbing your ebook and learning. The whole point of this is learning and education. Once you get your home, your financial literacy has to step up. That's what I didn't do. That's the lesson that I had to learn on my own, is because when I bought my first home, my financial literacy to step up. I had a plan going in, good credit, and my interest rate was like 9%. So y'all talking about, oh, 6%, like, mine was like 9, 10% at that time. So just understand, it's always the right time to purchase a home. Don't worry about the interest rate. You'll be able to combat that by smart money management, and also learning how to cut your mortgage years in half, or even 75%. Because if you pay an extra principal payment every single month, if you pay an extra principal payment every single month, so when you get your mortgage statement, you want to see your interest payments and your principal payments. If you pay an extra principal payment, so for instance, if your mortgage is $1,500 a month, 900 of that is probably interest. The 600 is your principal. If you have it, pay that extra 600 and watch your years get sliced. If you get paid bi-weekly, right? Pay $300 every time you get paid if you have it. But that's why you have to have a financial plan, especially if it's two of you, if you're married or whatever. The husband, pays the whole mortgage. Wife, chip in that extra, you know, principal payment, to help boost y'all a little bit. Or if it's vice versa, I don't know, whatever works for your household. You know, I'm just used to being things, so that's why I said that. But I digress. Um, ladies, if you have income coming in and your husband, is paying the mortgage, and you can chip in that extra principal payment, it will help you all a lot, and you'll save more in the long run. The whole point is to combat that interest. And by paying that extra principal payment, you'll combat that interest. So purchase my ebooks. I have Journey to Your Castle, to help you go from concept to mindset to goal setting, because you have to change your mindset all the way to the closing table. And I also have House Rich and Money Smart, how to turn your home into a wealth building powerhouse. So get the bundle if you're a first time home buyer, so that you have a leg up. And if you are a homeowner, get House Rich and Money Smart, so that you can have a financial plan to learn how to turn your liability to an asset. So that's what we're doing in 2025 and beyond. So I bid you adieu. Everybody have an amazing night. Thank you for tuning in. And if you're watching a replay, I really appreciate it. Have a good night. Bye, YouTube Sphere.